box. Nick couldn't turn around and get the ball to the plate in time on that.
Well, the small ball bunt works out right away as they are gifted with a Brendan Trohan single right back up the middle and a one-run game.
Looks like Danvers looking to swing the bats today.
Yeah. Well, Frost pours in strike after strike. He is a strike thrower. Misses outside here as he is facing his first left-hander.
And the other thing on that play was the batter took second base on the throw home.
Yep. And this is the pitcher today, Tyler Robinson, who is standing in. And that one fisted off the hands. Frost has it, throws to first, and they got him.
How to get to it.
One, 3 on the putout. Trohan moving up to third. And now it'll be up to John Curry, the third baseman, for Danvers to try and put up a crooked number here in the first.
Yeah, they're swinging. They're looking to get after him.
Yeah, they really are.
They know he's gonna throw. Like you said, they know he's gonna throw around the plate. So you might as well take your cuts.
I like the strategy. They've definitely done their homework.
Ooh, breaking ball.
Yeah, Frost on a breaking ball misses outside and low.
So we also have a lacrosse game going on.
Yes.
Over on the other side. No scoreboard over there, so we can't. Actually, I think there is, but you can't see it with the angle.
Yeah, we're behind that scoreboard. And John, it's a ground ball, foul ball.
So you got a kid who throws strikes against a free swinging team. So you figure Brennan should be able to get them to chase him too.
Yes. Let's see if he goes back to that breaking ball now on a 1-2 count. Trying to strand that man at third. Danvers already has one in. He does throw that breaking ball, misses outside. 2-2 now.
So Visnick just took a couple steps in. Now he's on the edge of the grass. He's playing back early. He's playing off the bag quite a bit.
And Kern on a fly ball. That's into the gap.
That ball into the gap. That ball is going to roll to the fence. Rand's going to get it. He's looking. He's going to hold it at second.
Yep. And
well hit ball. Your outfit is just going to turn and run on that one.
Yeah. Well, the free swinging ways of Danvers paying dividends early, the aggressive approach, as John Curran with a 2-out RBI double, and Danvers has driven home 2 right away here in the first inning. Now steps in Tyler O'Neill, the shortstop. And Frost just missed.
I know it was a ball, but I'm surprised they didn't swing at that the way they've been swinging.
I know. They've been in such swing mode. And O'Neill, pretty good cut at that as he fouls it back, and the count's at 1-1.
Well, you know, you got to be patient at the plate, but also when you see a good pitch, you might as well take your hacks at it.
Yeah.
You know, especially considering this isn't the Major League Baseball.
No.
Try to work the counts and everything.
No. And Frost buries that one in on his hands. He has it bare hands to first and got him.
So, they called that foul ball.
Oh, they did? Okay.
I was going to say all 3 outs would have been balls that didn't reach the infield grass.
I was thinking that too.
Well, barely reached the infield grass.
All right, 1-2 now to O'Neill with Curran over there at second. 2 gone.
Breaking ball.
And a breaking ball in there. Strike 3 as he freezes O'Neill. And that will end the inning. But Danvers pushing across 2 runs on 3 hits. Capped off at the end by a 2-out RBI double. an RBI double by John Curran for that second run. On to the bottom of the first, it's Danvers 2, Panthers coming to bat.
All right, so that was a little bit different than what the Panthers have had at home so far, giving up 2 early runs.
Yes.
Usually they wait for the 3rd inning for that to happen.
And I would say Frost had some success, at least jamming some guys when he got in there, but must have just left some pitches out over the plate and he just did not miss them.
Yeah, and Danvers has always been a good hitting program. You know, back when Roger Day was working with these guys, he had them really working, you know, in the cages pretty much year round. And, you know, it doesn't help, it doesn't hurt to have some batting cage facilities nearby. You got the one on Route 1, you got one on 114. And I'm sure a lot of these kids have probably played the travel baseball racket quite a bit.
I'm sure they did. So anyway, this is Tyler Robinson, another left-hander who's getting the ball today for Danvers in the lineup that he will get prepared to face here. Griffin Francis, the center fielder, leading things off, followed by Joshua Demers, who's moved up to the number 2 spot. After that, Samuel Armbruster. And after him, Ryan Rushton, the catcher, has been swinging the bat pretty well. After him, in the 5th spot, Casey Bellew, followed by Nick Fox. Then it's not Griffin. It's McKay who's doing the DHing. So we see McKay getting the start.
Yep. Good to see Griffin getting back out. And McKay, that is, you know, after being out for a couple weeks. It's nice to see him back out here playing.
He had in that rally in that last inning, he came off the bench as a pinch hitter and worked a very good walk. After him in the bottom part of the order is Cooper Gavin, the left fielder, and rounding out the lineup, Ian Visnick, the 3rd baseman. And of course, Visnick is the one who had that big at-bat last game and got the walk-off RBI single to beat Salem.
Yeah, that was about a 10-pitch at-bat.
Yeah.
Really worked the pitcher, frustrating the pitcher, and then really frustrating him with a game-winning hit.
Then as Francis gets ready to step in, we'll look at the defensive alignment for Danvers behind Robinson, doing the catching, Adam Bradego. After him at first base, Nolan Hills, second baseman, White. And over on the left side of the infield, John Kern, the 3rd baseman, O'Neill over there at short. The outfield will look like Zach Hamill, the left fielder, and center field, Stephen Reardon, and the right fielder, Brendan Trohan.
Some relatively easy to pronounce names there. Maybe the catcher, Digio.
I've been saying Bradigio.
Yeah, who knows? We'll, I'm sure we'll get some notification if any parents.
I'm sure we will. But yes, it's not as hard as Gloucester's.
Well, Salem had a couple different ones too.
They did. And Robinson in for strike 1 to Griffin Francis to begin his afternoon.
We got another slow calling umpire.
I hate that.
Ball looked a little low.
I wonder if he can hear us.
Well,
probably not.
I doubt he'll be watching the replay.
Oh, I doubt that too. And Tyler a little bit low on that one though, so 1-1 now to Griffin.
So if you are watching at home on channel 22,
yes,
about 6:30, the BevCam camera is going to move over to something else. So we will be still doing this, but you'll have to move over to YouTube TV for that.
And for everyone on the YouTube, it's just BevCam Sports Network. That's all you got to do. Type in that, and you'll be able to get to our live stream.
Yep.
And Tyler in for strike 2. I have a funny feeling but there's probably not a lot of people who are watching on 22 today. It's pretty nice out here.
No, I mean, yeah, you could be watching this from home, or you could be down here at the field watching it. So.
Yeah. And
That
Griffin.
ball's gonna get. Nobody's gonna get to.
Oh.
Almost overran that.
Yeah, the right fielder Trohan nearly overran that ball.
Well, it looked like it was going to drop, and then it just kind of hung up there. Caught a little bit of the jet stream.
I was about to say, there's that wind playing effect right away. So Francis does a nice job of waiting on that thing and taking it to right field, but no reward for it. And now Demers stepping in.
Josh using that open stance. Almost a little bit like Andres Galarraga there.
Huh?
Almost like Andres Galarraga with that open stance.
Ah.
Galarraga was a wide open stance because he had an issue with his eyes. So
Oh,
he
okay.
really opened up his stance so he could see the ball with his right eye.
That's interesting.
Well, most people, their right eye is their dominant eye. That's
Yes.
why for all those years, most of your batting title winners were left-handed hitters because they could see the ball better. But now that they've got so much training in the major league and everything, that dominant eye thing doesn't happen on the. Yep. That's why you're seeing a lot more right-handed batting chance.
And Robinson missing with 3 straight here to Demers. It's now 3-0 on Joshua.
What do you think, Dom? Is he taken?
I think he's taken. Yep.
Hey, got himself a walk.
And taken all the way, and
That's
Tyler missed with ball 4.
All right, so you got that lefty against Salem the other day. Doyle had a few guys almost picked off, but
Yes.
they couldn't turn it. They got the guys heading towards second. First baseman couldn't get the throw there in time. So it'll be interesting to see, how aggressive they get on the bases. We know Coach Cahill likes to get aggressive. He likes to steal a lot of bases.
Yeah, they still stole bags all day on Salem, though.
Yeah, even with the lefty, they stole 11 bases. Again, a couple of them were pickoffs that they were able to take second on.
Yes. But you don't usually want to make a habit of that.
No.
There's Demers with a pretty modest lead.
Yep, coming over.
Nothing crazy. Robinson throws over.
I'm going to guess he's got a better move than that.
I was about to say nothing special on that
That's just,
move.
I'm going to show you something that's not that great, man. I'll pick you up later like that.
It was another kind of average one.
And as a base runner, you don't mind a guy throwing over that much because it's going to tax his arm a little bit. So.
Yes. And it just takes his concentration off what he's doing. And he misses out. Oh, no.
It's an outside strike. Cameraman Mark doesn't like that call.
I didn't
Nobody around us likes that call.
I didn't love that call either. I thought
It was
Tyler.
a little high. It was outside.
I thought Tyler was closer on 2 balls to Demers than he was with that one. But strike 1 though, Brewster.
Breaking ball.
Breaking ball as Sam fouls it off, and now he finds himself down 0-2.
So, again, we talked about this before. They have the pitch count, the pitch limits now. You throw so many, you got to sit you got to sit pitching so many. But they don't count, throws over to first and things like that. So.
Yes.
Coming over.
I was thinking about that, though, and obviously innings and pitch count and all that, it matters. But I think we missed something, and they're missing this at the major league level. The intensity and situations and stress matter so much on those pitches, too. Yeah. They really do.
Especially, are you a hard thrower? Are you, a guy who doesn't really tax his body much? Are you a big guy?
But the more tired you are, maybe the less your mechanics are working well, the more stress you're putting on your arm.
Coming over.
Uh-oh.
They got him.
They got Demers. Throw over to second. They got him.
That's the move that he hadn't shown right away.
Yeah.
All right, so they run into out there.
So Panthers have had some problems, though, with these lefties as far as getting themselves to run into outs. I know Salem couldn't execute any of them. Gloucester did, though.
Yeah.
And it was sort of a big part of that game as well. So now there's nobody on for Armbruster. And breaking ball missed off the outside corner.
So, running the bases, you gotta, you don't look at the guy's face. You gotta look at the shoulders.
Yes.
Because once his shoulders go, then, and his foot, his lead foot as well.
Another breaking ball, that one over to Robinson. Plants and fires on the first, and they got him. So the walk from Demers ends up not mattering much at all as he gets picked off, and Armbruster grounds out to Robinson. On to the second. Danvers up 2-0.
All right, so, in the past couple of games, when they got picked off and, guys were thrown out, the next guy up, it seemed like we'd come up and get a base hit. But
yes.
That wasn't the case right there. So.
Not the case that time. So anyway, Frost back out to work for his second inning. Gave up a couple of hits last inning and then 2 runs. He'll face the bottom of the Danvers order to try to get back on track here. In Hamill, Hills, and White.
So if you coach Cahill, you know, now you're losing by 2, not an insurmountable lead by any stretch. Now comes you got to win every inning from that one, right? You got to win every inning. So to win every inning, you can take that lead as it comes. You don't have to score. You don't have to be thinking score every single at bat.
No.
Do your part. It's a long game. You get plenty of time. Hopefully not too long. That way people watching on Channel 22 can see the entire game.
Yes, that's true. If there's some reason that they can't watch on YouTube.
And if you're watching at home, you can probably hear how windy it is down here.
Yes.
It's windy down here quite sometimes.
But you talk about 2-0, definitely not insurmountable by any stretch of the imagination. The Panthers offense has put up, was it 19 runs the last 2 games? They scored 12 on Saugus.
Yeah. Yep.
And 7 on Salem. It might be a little bit harder today with this Danvers squad, but
that's true. But you just got to play it one at bat at a time, right?
And hitting is contagious, and once the team gets hot hitting-wise, usually it carries over. Sometimes despite the team they're facing.
Yeah, so it looks like got about a 15-mile-per-hour wind blowing right now, straight across the field.
And right back to Frost again.
You like
Brennan
that one pitch at bat? You like that?
is making all the plays in the field himself as far as for the outs.
Yeah, so Frost has what? Actually, Rushton had one on the bunt.
Good.
2 assists so far. You like that? You like when your pitchers get assists like that?
Yes. And by the way, even for a 3-hit, 2-run inning, Frost still didn't throw that many pitches in that inning either.
No, not really, because they were free swinging. They were getting after him early in the count. So.
Yep. The bunt was on 1 pitch too.
Yep.
And that one hit over to third.
Nice play by Armbruster. That's a beauty right there.
Nice. Samuel Armbruster backing up. Bisnick makes the play. Long throw over to first, but he makes it.
That's a nice play by Sammy. Get it just as you're stepping. Gives you a little bit of a pop-up. Good strong arm right there. Good strong throw. Sammy's gotten much better with his footwork. He's always been a good shortstop, but the last couple of years he's really kind of worked on that footwork.
Well, I'll tell you, he made that look kind of easy.
Yeah, he did. He actually really did.
Yeah.
But he's always had a pretty good arm, and like I said, good footwork and gets that ball. Nice, and that's a matter of confidence. Just
Caleb
getting
White
down, making the play.
Bisnick dives,
Good
throws
inning.
over to first, and
okay, we're a little premature on that. I thought we were out of the inning.
The throw pulls Fox off of the bag, and unfortunate there as the number 9 man now will reach, and it's back up at the top of the order, and Steven Reardon.
So Visnick had to get down, dive on that, come up, make a quick throw, and throw just took him off the bag just a little bit.
Yep.
Just enough to give the bat in the base.
So now Reardon standing in, singled his first time on a shallow fly ball that found no man's land in between right field and center field.
So that one scored an E5.
I did, yes.
Yeah, E5 on the throw.
I don't know, I haven't been told that I'm the official scorer. So I don't know how they're going to score it. But
I'm just making up a score. This is because I called it that.
No, I put it in the book as that.
Oh, I did it too.
Oh, okay.
Neither of us are official except
No.
for us. It's our official score.
This is our broadcast.
Right, it's our broadcast. We'll tell you what it is.
We will call it how we see it. So, by the way, the wild pitch there allows him to move in the scoring position. Now this becomes a bit more of a dire situation. Breaking ball and pops it up.
Come in, make the play. All right, no harm, no foul.
Yep. Reardon waited on it pretty well, but still couldn't get good wood on it as he just harmlessly flies out to Demers, and that ends the inning. So Frost able to work around the error, and will go to the bottom of the second. Danvers still leading 2-0.
Another low pitch inning.
Yes.
See if the game change is working for us today. I'm wondering if
they're still doing it.
Yeah, well, I'm getting the schedule. I think I must have got the. I thought I bought the regular one. It looks like I might have got the free whatever. I got charged for it. I don't know.
Anyway, though, so Robinson back out there, and he will face the middle of this Panther order, minus Armbruster, of course, for that middle of the order. But it'll be Rushton, Bellew, and then Fox.
Either that or they're just not working it in the dugout there.
Maybe they're not.
Sounds like a good idea in the beginning, and then you get caught up with everything else.
Yes.
It is nice when someone, like you get a scorekeeper working it, you follow along.
Yeah.
With that game too.
I can't keep up with this wind on the papers, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
It blows one side of the paper, now it's blowing the other side of the paper.
Yeah, you got to kind of spread out the keys on the book.
The phone, the keys. Water and a paperweight. That's the two things I forgot today.
Yeah. Well, maybe take a look around. We might be able to get someone to get you.
I hope so. Anyway, this is Rushton standing in. He had 2 hits again in that last game against Salem. And Robinson misses inside on his first.
To me, that looked like a strike.
I thought it was too. But I will say...
Maybe he likes the outside. Maybe this umpire likes the outside strike.
Just like the last one.
If you look at him, he's right where that pitch was.
Yes, he is.
And he is a little bit closer than
Definitely. Rushton over there over to short. Shortstop O'Neill has it on the first low
safe.
throw, and I thought he picked it, but he didn't.
First baseman couldn't pick it up.
Could not pick it up the whole way.
Okay, so Rushton gets on the error. Who are you giving the error to?
I'm going to give it to the first baseman.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's a ball you gotta pick up.
You got to pick that.
Yep.
And I thought he did. But anyway, Rushton will reach on the error. So now good start for the Panthers.
It looks like they're going to run for Rushton.
Yep.
Petrosino going to run for Rushton.
Okay.
Again, this is that courtesy runner thing.
I know Cahill likes to be aggressive.
Protect your runner's your catcher's legs. It also speeds the game up because now your catcher can put his equipment on.
Yes. But I do hope that there's not any shenanigans on the base path here on this one.
I'm going to guess Petrosino will keep it a little bit close. I might see him bunch more.
Could. This is Casey Bellew, who had a walk, by the way, in that 7th inning that started everything.
Okay, so that's a ball.
So Robinson missing ball 1. Robinson not doing a great job at getting ahead of the hitter so far. Petrosino taking a step back.
Dancing around a little bit.
And Tyler pours in a strike that time, and a 1-1.
Bellew a bit of a free swinger. He'll take his hat.
Yes.
Bellew family, big fans of the quality at bat. As I was talking to your father, Jay. Come on over.
Are they?
Since I talked about it the other day.
Okay. We define that as what, 5?
6 pitches.
Okay, 6.
Or you get an on base.
Yes.
Quality at bat. And again, as we've said before, to us, quality at bat is getting on base.
Yes.
Now, Visnick had an extra special quality at bat in the Salem game, worked into 10 pitches, and he got the game winning.
Yes, the game-winning single.
And McKay had a quality at bat.
We just call that a special at bat.
Yeah,
that's what we call that. Robinson on a breaking ball and nabs the outside corner, and it's 1-2 now on Bellew.
So Griffin McKay had a quality at bat in that game right before Visnick got a shot, right? I mean, he ended up walking, but he had a few foul balls too. Kind of really frustrated the pitchers. Coming over.
It was a great at bat considering McKay hadn't seen in-game pitching in what, 2 weeks?
Yeah. But now he's back in the swing, I think. We'll be seeing him better too.
Yep. So Petrosino now the man running for Rushton over at first.
Coming over.
2 strikes on Bellew right now, and Robertson throws back over again.
Again, he hasn't thrown a ton of pitches, but he has thrown over quite a bit.
Yes. Already nabbed Demers back in the first, and nearly that one to the backstop.
Play by the catcher there, getting a hold of that, getting off his feet.
It's a very nice play by Berdigio.
Bit of a lull in the game right now.
Yep.
Coming over.
Coming back over on Petrosino. Tyler trying to nab another cheap out. 2-2 here on Casey. Oh, and another breaking ball as he just freezes Casey.
Oh, we see a trophy running by runners. I don't know what the trophy's for.
I don't know either.
Kind of trophy. I don't know. I don't know if we caught that on camera or not.
They might have.
That's your distance runners in the second. Distance runners, they're a strange lot.
They are. You got to be strange to enjoy that.
Yeah, for me,
I've never enjoyed it.
For me, a long run has always been a triple.
A triple?
That's about the extent of my distance running.
I would agree with that. And if I'm running to be like in shape or doing something like that, I run sprints. I don't want to.
I mean, if I'm running away from something, danger or whatever, that's fine. But running for the sake of running, that's kind of crazy.
It is. It is.
In a previous occupation, I used to direct road races. And,
really?
Yeah. So
that's funny. You have this.
I mean,
opinion
that was a part of a job. It wasn't the only thing I did. But yeah, so I've had the experience with these distance runners.
Okay. This is Nick Fox, by the way, who's standing in.
Coming over.
I wonder how Nick feels about running.
Oh, he's a big runner.
Is he?
Yeah. His brother George was a captain on the cross country team and all that kind of stuff.
So is he odd then? I'm just kidding. I'm sure he's normal. I'm sure he's fine.
Well, Nick's the lefty, so he's a little on the more peculiar side. Than George.
Okay.
But, I mean, all lefties are peculiar. This coming from an athletic lefty.
Another breaking ball. He had Fox bailing one way and swinging another.
But he got a piece of it, though.
He did.
That is Robinson's got himself a pretty good breaking ball there.
Yeah, he does.
But it's one, if you can sit on it, you might be able to do something with it, drive it the other way or something.
But the scary part, though, is he's been able to throw it for strikes even, too.
Yeah,
it's not just been a strikeout chase pitch. He's throwing it for strikes.
Yeah, it's got a big break. It looks like it's going to be a ball, and then it just lands right in there. So someone sits on it. Coming on.
And once again, checking on Petrosino over there.
All right, so Petrosino's mom, Dina, not happy. She's going to have to wash that uniform. But she probably likes the gray pants. Hides the dirt a little bit.
Hey, he had an off day, too, and he's still going to have to wash the uniform.
Right.
Another breaking ball.
Fox going the other direction. No.
Yeah, he once again had Fox stepping in the bucket and still swinging, and he just pops one harmlessly over up to the second baseman, and there's 2 gone. All
right, so we got McKay up now.
Now Griffin McKay, the DH.
Coming over. Another thing is, in Petrosino's case, the field, they watered it down beforehand, but it does dry up with the wind and the sun, so he's probably getting a ton of dust all over.
There goes Petrosino. Ball near the backstop, and it's going to be no throw as he will take second base without the throw.
He had a good jump anyway.
He did.
So I don't know if the catcher was going to be able to get him. It was a good read on the move.
So Cahill being aggressive again, and this time it does pay off, as now with 2 outs, they have a man in scoring position. Let's see if McKay can cash in.
McKay can go the other way with the ball too. So you get the second baseman. You got the second baseman covering the runner there. He can punch it through. Petro should be able to score.
Yep.
Going on contact.
Tyler nabbed the inside corner with that last pitch. Petrosino over there at second, and Tyler still paying attention to him closely.
I know, yeah. Well, you know, they have stolen third base a number of times.
They have. They usually don't want to risk that, though.
It's not unusual to do that. But.
And McKay does look like he tried to go to right field. Fouled it off, though.
Yeah, it's a good thing he went over there because I had no
idea
what that meant.
You don't usually try and steal third with 2 outs, though.
No.
That's a cardinal sin in baseball. You don't really ever want to make the last out at third.
Yeah, unless the hitter is not that great, right? Like you get, you know, like at the higher levels, you get a pitcher hitting or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna, you know, maybe pull him. But.
Even then, though, conventional wisdom is you should be able to score on just about anything from second
taking
base.
that one off the arm.
And McKay takes that one off the arm.
Or actually, he's limping. Got him up the leg.
Shouldn't McKay have to? He should have to go back to second.
It looks like he didn't call that a hit by pitch.
Oh, okay then.
McKay's limping as if the ball hit him.
Huh.
I believe.
Unless he's faking it.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, gamesmanship. By the way, though, if it did hit him, doesn't he have to go back to second? Yep, there it is.
Okay, so we're moving the bat. Okay, the guy over to second.
Because that's a dead ball as soon as it hits him.
Yes, he got the HP.
So McKay hit by the pitch, and now it'll be first and second with 2 gone.
Nice job by Griffin right there. He didn't have to move, so he didn't. He just get himself on base. Now you get first and second.
At first and second, and now Cooper Gavin standing in. And Gavin looked like he tried to go the other way with that one on a pitch on the outer half, fouled it back instead.
Again, you can probably hear this wind at home. It's kind of howling. You're probably not going to see too many balls get knocked out of the park today.
No, definitely not.
Because it's
you might see some strange plays by outfielders, though.
Yes. Well, we did already see one drop between 3 guys, and then we almost saw the right fielder overrun coming in on him.
Yes.
He's got 2 strikes on him. Surprised to see a breaking ball. I wouldn't be surprised to see the runners.
No. Robinson probably throwing the breaking ball. Nope, fastball upstairs.
Good thing they didn't run.
And Gavin bending out of the way a little bit. So 1-2 now on Cooper. 2 men on and 2 outs. Panthers down 2-0.
They're not holding him on first. Not going to throw over. Oh.
And breaking ball in the dirt got him swinging, but Gavin will be able to take the first on the drop third strike.
I'd say wild pitch on that.
Yes.
Okay, so we got Visnick up.
Score that a strikeout and wild pitch. That's another breaking ball again, and dive down in the dirt. Got Gavin hacking at it, but Gavin able to take first on the drop third strike, and now the bases are loaded, and it's Ian Visnick. Fresh off a walk-off RBI single in his very last at-bat to end that Salem game. Ooh, and Ian chases one upstairs there.
Looking to tie that up.
He was. That high pitch, man, it looked so good.
Yep.
It does, but you can't reach it. Your eyes say you can, but the hands don't go up fast enough for that.
It's a very hard pitch to catch up to.
There's 2 people I remember who could do it. There's Dustin Pedroia and Vladimir Guerrero.
Well, Guerrero could hit pretty much anything.
I saw Guerrero hit one that bounced before.
Oh, yeah. And Petey, that was his pitch.
It really was. Up again, and Visnick back up the middle. Shortstop
error.
O'Neill has it go through his legs. And a whole mess of stuff going on in this inning, and it's led to a run.
Okay, so they got a run. Another key. And you got Francis coming up. 2 Ks, a hit batter.
A drop third strike, and then 2 errors.
Yeah.
Was allowed to run the score, and now the deficit cut in half, and bases still loaded, and it's the top of the order for the Panthers. Griffin Francis standing in, flied out to right field his first time. That's that one that we saw the right fielder nearly overrun, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yep. There is room up there. Ball inside.
Yep.
2-0 count.
Robinson had a very easy first inning, not a lot of pitches, and it's not the same story now here in the second, though not really his fault. Not his fault really at all, actually. Griffin, and it's over the second baseman.
All right, it's going to drive in two.
Coming around to score is the second man. They got Griffin hung out to dry, though.
We got under it?
No, he did not.
Okay.
That put the tag on him, and that ends the inning.
One did score, though.
But Griffin drives in two. Griffin, Francis, a big hit there, and despite getting nabbed over there at second base afterwards, drives in two, and now the Panthers take a 3-2 lead.
All right, so we got 3 runs on 1 hit.
Yeah.
All unearned.
All runs unearned if there was 2 errors in the inning. I didn't see that. The second baseman actually get a glove on that at all, or no?
You know, it looked like he was going to catch it. I don't know if...
He might have just mistimed the jump.
Yeah, I think he did, and Beverly benefits from it. Okay, so Dom, what inning is it?
It is now the top of the third.
All right, so this is the inning that they got to get through, right?
Yep. This has been the bugaboo for the Panthers over the past couple of games. They gave up 4 runs to Salem in this inning. They gave up 5 runs, I believe, to Gloucester. No, because they lost the Gloucester game 4-2. Yeah.
Master?
No. I'm trying to remember.
But the third inning has been problematic.
It has.
You know that.
It has. Well, you weren't even here for it. I was with Tom.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. For that game.
Peabody? Peabody?
I have a different scorebook. I wish I could go back and look. But
well, Tom's right over there. Probably
yes.
But he's a little busy talking basketball with Jeff Downey, coach on the
and Frost drops in a breaking ball for strike 1 as he fishes, maybe it's Berdego.
I'm going with Brigio. I'm saying Brigio.
All right. Well, anyway, it's the catcher, the number 2 hitter, Brigio.
It's too bad we don't have Chris Roy watching. Chris Roy is our local Danvers name expert. He helped us out with basketball and volleyball or something.
Oh, there goes the wind again. 1-1. Adam flips that one down the line.
And,
Bellew on his horse to try and get it, but Adam's going to make second easily. Yep. He runs like a catcher.
Yeah, he does.
But he is in. That's a good piece of hitting there.
Built like a catcher.
Yeah. As Adam just flipped that bat head out there and plopped that one right down the right field line, right over the outstretched glove of Nick Fox.
A runner in for him. Just a run.
So now Brendan Trohan standing in. He had the RBI single back in the first.
That's your courtesy runner, so you have one tough name replaced by another. Joe Zemedges.
Zemedges. I think so, yeah.
Joey Z.
So 3-2 the score. Panthers find themselves in front after a just a lot going on in that last inning. Couple of errors, a drop last third strike before Griffin Francis finally delivered the big hit, the 2-run single. But Panthers, in the dreaded third inning, a breaking ball swung on and missed by Trohan, but it gets away and Adam will move up to third.
Looks like we got the corners in.
Yep.
But the middle's going to give up the... Oh!
And
can't
that
get
one
to it.
by Visnick.
Visnick couldn't get to it.
Yeah, he knocked it down, but the run will score.
That's
And Trohan has his second RBI single of the game. Game back knotted up at 3, and still nobody out and the man off. And by the way, I just went back and looked. It was against Marblehead they gave up 5 in the third.
So Visnick almost had that. He got his glove on it, but couldn't scoop it. Kept the runner at first, though. The run did score.
Yeah.
Coming over.
And now the pitcher Robinson standing in, who grounded out back to Frost his first time up.
So we're in for a game here, it looks like, Dom.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Oh, ball's
Bunt
up in the air.
pops
That
it
ball's
up back towards us. Not far enough, though.
It's about the closest the baseball has come to us so far.
It has.
So, you know, Dom, we got the two crosstown rivals here.
You wanna excuse me a second here?
You go get that. I'll call it. Go ahead. I'll do your job for you. All right, Frost with pitch. Oh, no, it's going over. All right, so Dom grabbed the ball. That ball looks like it's going to stay with us for a bit. You know, we mentioned Al Visnick is here, but not only Al, but now we see Lorinda Visnick is in the house.
I couldn't resist, Rich.
Okay. And you can see Ian coming in hard, charging hard on that.
Yep. So far, just 2 batters in the inning, and already the lead gone, nobody out. Frost back over to first.
These lefties like to throw over.
Yeah, that was not a big lead for Trohan at all either.
No, not at all. Okay,
Frost's pace has really slowed now here in the third.
Yeah, he likes to move quick.
Usually.
But he slowed it down a little bit. Taking a breather. Another bunt. Oh,
Another
he catches it. You're going to double him up. Nice play by Frost right there, being athletic.
Brennan Frost catches the bunt in the air, and there was no chance for the runner to ever get back. As Frost back over to first, and Panthers get some luck there. Something that has eluded them through all these third inning troubles.
Yeah, so we get a 1-3 double play there off the little bit of a line drive.
And, you know, the trend of Frost making the plays himself continues. Like,
Yep.
Barnbrewster made one last inning, but
Yep.
Frost has made, what, 3 or 4 putouts now? Something like that. Ground ball foul.
Yeah, number of outs not reaching the dirt in the infield, right?
Yes.
The shortstop and everything is even on the play that Visnick had where he making the throw over to first, caught that on the grass.
Yep. And breaking ball misses it.
Blocked there by Rushton.
Rushton blocks that one.
Nobody on base.
Yeah, it didn't matter.
We could have let him go.
Hey, by the way, if there was
You
somebody
always want to block everything.
Yeah.
Even if there's nobody on base.
Frost fires and misses high and outside. So 3-3 the score now as Danvers tied things back up, but the double play by Frost has nobody on base. And
that's a base hit.
Another one shot to right field, and it gets by Casey. And he's going to run forever now.
I think he might stop.
No, he's still going to stop.
Value, that ball skipped past him, but he got to it pretty quickly. Held the guy to double. It could have been a triple right there.
Yeah, that was a very nice recovery at least. By the way, that was Curran, who had the RBI, 2-out RBI double last inning. Well, first inning.
I think it was. I think he thought it was a single, so he kind of held up a little bit, and then the ball skipped, and then he kind of took off. So
yeah,
nice job by Casey getting to that.
It was.
It's a fast outfield. Oh, deep drive. Francis going
and
back.
That one has Francis straight back, but he gets under it. Nice play by Griffin, seeing that the whole way, going straight back like that. That's way easier said than done.
Yeah, I thought that ball was going over his head.
I did too. But
the wind may have helped him on that, possibly.
Yeah, he got a great jump though right off the bat too. So, obviously we're not happy that the lead is gone, but judging by the way the third innings have gone so far, that was actually...
As third innings go, that was pretty good for
yeah,
for
that was major improvement, as Danvers only scores one time. They got a big bunt by Robinson that was popped up, and Frost caught it and was able to turn two. So that was kind of the decisive play of the inning a little bit.
All right, so we're all evened up here. The good thing about a close game like this is you can play that small ball if you need, play for a run once in a while. I doubt they're going to do that with Armbruster batting two spot if Demers gets on base. But
I doubt it too. But
you never know.
And Robinson's back out there, and he gave up. There's a 3 on that scoreboard, but that was not much to the fault of Tyler Robinson.
No, he did.
As he really only gave up 1 hit in that inning. Griffin Francis' two-out single with the bases loaded, but after that, there was 2 errors. One, he did hit a batter, and then also the drop third strike.
All right, so Matt Williams says Francis lines one off the second baseman's glove, but he's scoring at a hit boost. I'm scoring hit, it was hit hard.
Oh, I had it hit all the way, even if it did hit the second baseman's glove. So I agree with him there. What did he say?
I don't want to give him too much credit.
It was a hard hit ball, though. He
was.
stung that ball.
Well, the kid had to jump for it.
Yeah.
So in the midst of you jump, the ball is flying at you. Where's strike? Oh, baby, that's probably.
And that one is in the left field for a base hit.
Demers with the base hit.
So a leadoff single for Demers. He's been on both times now as he walked back in the first. Singles here. And now it'll be Samuel Armbruster. So the opening man in the inning on base in Joshua, and now the heart of this Panther order coming to bat, Samuel Armbruster. Rushton on deck behind him, and then Bellew.
So let's see what Coach Cahill does. Josh had got picked up last time. If he's going to square Sammy, maybe give Josh a chance to run a little bit. He's going to throw over. Nope.
I'll tell you, Demers did not have a big lead, and Robinson starts Samuel off with a breaking ball and gets it in for strike 1.
Yeah, well, I think they're being a little more cautious now because they know.
Definitely, and you should be with the middle of the order right now and nobody out.
Just don't want to hit into double play.
And on command, Sam has a one-hopper over to second. They're not going to carry 2, though.
Yeah, you knew they weren't going to get it. That ball bounced a little too high.
Yeah, it did. A little bit too high. Sam, probably a good athlete, runs pretty well. Yeah. And they cut down Demers at second. Armbruster replacing him at first, and now Rushton standing in. Rushton reached on an error back in the second and came around the score.
Yeah, he started that inning.
That was the ball that the first baseman couldn't pick.
I don't know. Can I say I'm getting dirty?
They'll check on Sam over there at first.
Tom, I did mention to Sam's dad about the scorebook for you.
Okay.
He said he's going to look, see if he had one.
All right. Good to know. Good to know. I would appreciate that, Mr. Armbruster. And Robinson again with that breaking ball.
Nasty breaking ball he's got there.
It is.
To throw for strikes. And, it's mostly been thrown for strikes as opposed to swings and misses.
Yes. One of the ones I remember really was just the drop third strike.
Yeah, right.
And he pours in another one for a strike.
Yeah, another one in for a strike.
Tyler Robinson back-to-back breaking balls in for a strike, and he has 2 strikes now on Rushton. That's lefty-lefty, too. That is tough. Yeah. He's shown him 2 in a row. Let's see if he goes back to the fastball here, though. But he'll check on Sam before we get that answer.
Even when Tommy Donovan's not working the game, you can still hear him telling the story.
I know, right? That's back over.
Well, you throw it a bunch of times. Get the runner tired, you have no close. Makes it tough to throw him.
Which I don't know when I'm going to be able to get rid of this ball. And there goes Sam. That was in for strike 3. The throw down, not in time, though. So Sam will take second. Rushton is down on strikes, though. Third strikeout of the game so far for Robinson.
That was on a swing, too.
Yes.
Tough pitch. Robinson's not afraid to throw that curveball at any time.
I'll tell you, that's a tough one for Ryan, because he saw all 3 of the strikes were tough pitches. Hard to blame Rushton for that punch out.
Nice, you got Bellew. Yeah,
and another breaking ball.
A breaking ball in for strike. Again, it looks like it's going to be out of the strike zone. Break. You really can't give up on that pitch because it's
no, you can't.
It's going to break in for the strike. It's going to land over the plate. So
and this is Casey Bellew, who was one of those aforementioned 3 punch outs, and Tyler Robinson once again spinning off the breaking ball, but it wasn't a strike.
It wasn't a strike. Wow, that ball looked like it was right over the plate.
Yeah, I thought it was too.
Okay.
I didn't see the strike call. So 1-1, I believe. If he called it a strike, it was the most subtle strike call I've ever seen in my life.
Kind of like in the Naked Gun. Would you call the Naked Gun a baseball? Hold up.
Probably not.
Okay, so Dom, while we got a little time, I'll give you time to think about this. You know, come back to you in a couple innings. Best baseball movie.
Okay.
And we got the Visniks over here next to us. We'll ask them between innings.
And
nice
another
job
breaking ball.
Up. That's a tough pitch to lay off there.
That's a good call though, because that's one that when he catches it, it looks like a strike, but it probably broke around the plate.
Yeah, definitely. Someone might be going third baseman off the back.
And he is well off the bat. Strike with a fastball from Robinson.
So we know that wasn't a strike.
Yep, now we know.
Okay. So it wasn't a subtle strike. It was a non-strike.
You know, I don't need that long to answer that question.
Okay.
But I'll wait. I'll wait.
Okay.
I think I know. Okay. And another curveball freezes him.
Okay.
And, you know, the inning is over, but he decides to still fire one down over there to first.
Well, he didn't throw it. He was going to. The first baseman was coming in.
No, he did.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he was trying to kill somebody.
Yeah. Right.
I'm glad the first baseman was ready.
All right, so Dom, hold on. I'm going to get a little input from the Visniks right here.
Yeah, you do that.
Okay. Hi, Lorinda. How are we doing? Huh?
No.
No,
Not
we're
the
waiting
arm
on one. I had to kind of make one in a notebook. All right, so we got Lorinda Visnik here with us and her husband, Al. Two great sports minds. Unfortunately for Al, Lorinda has both of them. Best baseball movie. We'll give you a little time to think about it. We'll think about it.
Thank you, Coach. I said, thank you, Coach.
So
yeah, that's the best one.
Tommy Donovan chiming in with The Sandlot. Okay. I see Scott Sumner over there. We'll ask him in a second.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lorinda, what did you say? Bull Durham, okay.
That is a good one.
Okay.
That is.
Not necessarily family friendly, but still a great movie.
Definitely not family friendly.
Field of Dreams. Field of Dreams. Visnik's going with Al Visnik going with the Natural.
Yeah.
Robert Redford film.
I got to stick with The Sandlot.
Going Sandlot.
Yeah.
It's great for anybody who's ever had to play in the Sandlot like that. Bang the drum slowly. De Niro, Michael Moriarty. Right, bang the drum slowly. Okay, now we're back. We'll get back to these guys. We'll talk some more baseball movies.
Yep. Frost here working to the bottom of the order in a 3-3 tie.
I'm going to tell you, Al, half of For the Love of the Game, the baseball half. The love story stuff I don't need, but I like the baseball stuff. Top four, Tommy.
That begs another question. Is Fever Pitch then a baseball movie?
Is a baseball movie any movie that's got baseball in it?
I mean,
or does it have to be the premise of?
I mean,
the movie,
it's
right?
part of the premise, though.
It is. But are we even putting it on?
No, definitely not. Not on the best. But
Well, the great thing about that movie is
they had to change the ending.
They had to change the ending to it, right? Because Red Sox had never won a World Series.
Yeah.
And so they actually were there when they won the World Series filming, I think.
Yes.
Right?
So then the writers had to realize that, oh man, oh no, now we're going to change the end of this movie.
I will say they have never really done a great Babe Ruth movie.
No.
You know, William Bendix, not very good, not believable. John Goodman, not believable.
No. Did you ever watch the Ty Cobb one?
Cobb, yeah.
Yeah. That, again, not family friendly, but.
No. Well, Ty Cobb was not a family friendly persona.
Oh really? What made you say that, Rich?
Roger Clemens is in that movie, right?
Yes, he was.
So he plays a pitcher. Great bit of acting on Clemens' part there, playing a pitcher.
And by the way, Frost walking Hamill there to start the inning. A little bit out of character for Brendan. It's not something he does a lot.
Right. Major League.
Yes.
Another good one. All right, so Hamill walked.
Yes, he did.
We were talking baseball. Unfortunately, I don't have Jay Bellew here. Jay would be able to come up with something good.
Yeah. And this is Nolan Hills, the man standing in, but they're going to go out to talk to Brennan. Probably a good time, as you know, uncharacteristically, Brennan has missed the strike zone quite a bit here, and he misses to start things off the hill as well.
Damn, Robert in the booth saying "damn Yankees."
Okay, I've never seen that one.
I'll tell you an underrated one. My kids watched it a lot when they were younger. The Perfect Game was called. But a team in Mexico, Little League team, struggled to put a team together. And they ended up winning Little League World Series years, decades ago. That's family friendly. I should think it may have been a Disney.
They call time.
Not a balk if.
Yeah, Danvers bench was calling for.
play.
Yeah, Danvers bench was calling for a balk. But so now after the meeting on the mound, Hill standing in 1-0 the count after the opening walk in the inning. Frost something off speed, and I guess it didn't get in either.
And don't forget, not necessarily a feature film, but when Bugs Bunny took on the Gas House Gorillas all by himself. Bugs Bunny, really good athlete.
Yeah.
I thought it was out of place.
I did not get a good look at that one.
No, not at all.
It's a good thing it's not coming back towards us.
Right. So Bugs Bunny, played baseball, played basketball, Space Jam, right? And for Angels in the Outfield. There's another one.
There's another
The
good
original or the one with Danny Glover? The original was one years and years ago.
one. I didn't even realize there was a remake. And that one is hit through the hole between
Nice
second and
hit right
first. And it will be men on the
other
corners
way,
here.
He's going to third, trying to get the runner.
It'll be men at the corners here with nobody out. When we talk about walks,
Base hit going the other way.
seem to always come back to haunt you, and right away there's a men at third and that walk with nobody out.
So that's one of those balls, if there's no man on base, that's probably an out.
Yes.
But Demers is over there covering the runner. And Phil's found the open spot.
This is the number 9 man, Caleb White, stepping in, who reached on an error his first time.
In a second, I'll give you one for Tommy Donovan. He'll appreciate this one.
Okay.
I bet you he may know this.
Frost back over to first, third base, man at third, Took a few extra steps there, bluffing as if, but no real threat.
So, Dom, we're talking an actor,
Okay.
50s and 60s, played Major League Baseball and NBA basketball.
Wow.
And we'll see if Donovan knows that. I think he does. All right, let me take these off. All right, Donovan, I got one for you. Actor, played Major League Baseball and NBA basketball. If you can't figure it out, I'll give him another hint. I know my brother Dom knows this, but he's not watching right now.
Oh, God.
He's coaching the softball. There it is, Chuck Connors, the rifleman. Played for the Celtics. Oh, squaring, runner was going, couldn't get the bunt down. Chuck Connors.
Squaring a bunt. By the way, that ball wasn't even close.
Right, Tommy says a good theme song. No, you're right. Absolutely right. So Chuck Connors played for, I believe it was the Dodgers and the Celtics.
Oh.
And he broke a backboard in a game for the Celtics.
Wow.
Tommy says that was a good question. The rifleman, Chuck Connors.
Trying to think of other baseball trivia questions now.
Lots of them. Tommy will come up with some good ones.
Well, I know an MLB one.
Baseball trivia is
right off the top of my head. The last Cy Young winner to win one in both the AL and NL.
AL and NL?
Yeah.
I want to say Randy Johnson.
Nope.
I got to think of
and
someone
White
after that.
rips that one in the left field, and that's going to go for a long time. He's going to get into second, man into third, and Danvers takes the lead, and it's 4-3.
And he took second on the throw to third.
I think he was already hightailing it over there anyway, though.
So you giving him a double?
Yeah, I am.
All right, so we got 2 runs in. All right, looks like Cahill.
Cahill's going to come out now to pull Frost.
All right, so this time it wasn't the third inning.
No, it was not. It was the 4th, and by the way, it all got started on a walk.
There you go, walks kill.
They do. They really do. And
so Frost is going to go to left. Cooper Gavin's going to come in.
Cooper Gavin, the man now who's going to be inheriting quite the pickle, as he's going to try to keep the deficit at 1, but he's going to have second and third and nobody out at the top of the Danvers order. That's the other thing. The bottom of this Danvers order, the one who cashed in here in this inning.
Yeah.
The number 8 and 9 guys, Hill with a single, and then Caleb White as he smacked that one down the line in left field for the RBI double.
Oh, Trevor Bauer, was it?
No.
Was he 1-2? Was he 1-1?
I don't think he's even 1-2. He is still pitching, though.
Yeah. And he played
no, I meant the man who.
Role really
no, I meant the man who's done this is still pitching.
Oh, okay. I'll tell you too. I can tell you the Cy Young runners have been the past couple of years. All right, see if anybody's watching at home. See if anyone touches and let us know.
They're not going to know.
All right. So what do we got for score right now?
4-3. I'd say Barry.
I'm going Bobby.
Bobby.
Barry?
Yeah, I thought you said Bobby Bonds.
Well, Bobby was his father.
If he said Barry Bonds, I would have picked Barry. Barry was.
No, he said Bobby Bonds or Barry Bonds.
Oh, okay.
Well, Barry had a lot of stolen bases early in his career, and then
before
once he juiced up,
yeah,
he really couldn't move that much.
Yeah. Barry was a very different player.
I'm sorry, allegedly juiced up.
Yeah, Rich. Can't be saying stuff like that. You got to hit him with the allegedly.
It wasn't steroids. It was the juice, right? Or the cream.
The cream.
The cream that he used on his knees.
Yes.
Now,
Whatever it was, he did change his game quite a bit, though.
By 3 bases.
Oh.
Now, that said, before that whole cream thing, Barry Bonds was a phenomenal ball player.
Oh, he was. That's actually one of the sadder things about it.
Then he just became, as a hitter, a whole other level.
Yeah. And that was the sad thing about it a little bit, though, is he probably could have been a Hall of Famer without that.
Right. Well, he definitely would have, because he had already won like 3 MVPs at that point.
Yeah.
And it was in response to the McGuire-Sosa home run race.
Yes.
Which, kind of helped bring fans back to the game after the strike.
It did. And Gavin missing there. So
Mark
Cooper
wants to talk
Gavin,
about
the
Pete
man
Rose.
in right now to protect the 1-run deficit. And he's facing the top of the order in Stephen Reardon, who has singled and flied out to second.
Yeah, ball's down.
Yep. Gavin so far not hitting the strike zone since he's come in. First base is open though, and force the, make it a force play at home.
It is kind of tough coming directly from
Outfield.
From the outfield to pitch. They only give you 8 pitches for warm-ups. You know, if you get a guy coming out of the bullpen, you can get a full complement of warm-ups in the dugout.
Well, he walks Reardon to open things up, and at least does now make it force at any base. But the plot thickens here so far. Still nobody out.
Sergio had a double last time.
And Gavin pours in strike one. Oh, yeah, that's right.
That was the one that got away from
Bellew. Oh, wait, no, it wasn't.
No?
Because I have that scored as a single and
right.
error.
That one was a...
that was a true double.
The shot to right center.
Yes. Because the one you're talking about, I actually have scored as a single and error. Adam, as you said, sacrifice and a double his last time, and now he's got 3 ducks on the pond. And Cooper gets him looking, though, for strike 3.
Okay, so that's a big,
huge strikeout.
Big out right there. Got him looking.
That is a huge strikeout right there.
Now he can go for that double play.
Yeah, that could possibly get you out of the inning. And, man, if they got out of this inning only giving up 1 run, that feels like a win.
Yeah, let's see. Depending on if the ball gets hit to Bisnick, he'll probably come home with it anyway. Same spot.
But this is Brendan Trohan, who has been a pain in the side so far today. As he has two singles, both RBIs attached to him.
That's a tough one for pitching.
Yeah, it is. And he goes up the middle a bit. Armbruster has it. Steps on the bat for one and over to first for a double play.
He bobbled the ball, but so he had to step on it himself, and he got taken out by the runner. He still made a really nice play. Beaten by a step. Really nice play by Sammy right there.
That was
he fields it clean. He probably doesn't get decked, but
no, probably not.
You got to give him a nice job for hanging in there and taking the guy, taking him out.
Absolutely. So Danvers retakes the lead up 4-3, but as I said, that kind of feels like a win a little bit for the Panthers as bases loaded, nobody out, and Danvers could get nothing more out of it, and capped off by a very good play by Armbruster on that ground ball back up the middle, dropped it, but he was still able to tag that, get over to tag second base and throw on the first for the double play to get the Panthers out of it.
All right, so we got a 4-3 ball game. 4-3. Oh, Al Visnick with a trivia question.
By the way, since...
You didn't hear his answer, so I'll give you credit. I'll give you credit, Al.
So Robinson back out there, and he will face Fox, McKay, and Gavin in this inning, and he's working with the lead once again. By the way, if you want to answer the one I said, it's Max Scherzer.
Max Scherzer, that's right.
Yes.
Really good ball player. I love to watch him pitch.
Yes. You ever play fantasy baseball?
Oh, yeah. Scherzer's a great guy to have in fantasy.
I keep not wanting to draft him, though, because I keep waiting for the for Father Time. For Father Time, but it still hasn't happened yet.
No, he's built like a pitcher. He looks like he takes good care of himself, working out and everything. So he's able to use his body to throw more than just his arm.
Mm-hmm.
When you get some of these other guys like Steven Strasburg and those guys who, the mechanics are going to beat up the arm. Chris Sale's another one, right? Great pitcher, but you could tell he was going to break down at some point.
Mm.
Right?
Yes.
He's going to need that surgery.
Yeah, I loved when the Sox got Sale, but I hated when they signed him to the contract because we all thought the same thing. By the way, I'm going to show again how big of a nerd I am. I watched Scherzer when he came up with Arizona, and I remember the day Arizona traded him and thinking, oh my gosh, what have they done?
Yeah. Well, that happens once in a while, right?
It does. You know anything about the Diamondbacks, though? It happens to them a lot. They do a lot of dumb trades.
Yeah. Well,
They've been caught as a franchise with a lot.
Well, think about it, right? Kurt Schilling was in the Red Sox organization.
Yep.
Got traded for Brady Anderson, and I think it was with Brady Anderson for Mike Boddicker.
Yes.
And he doesn't do much with the Orioles.
No.
And then he goes to the Phillies, and that's when he had his star check.
Yeah. No fault on Schilling for that, though, because it's becoming very apparent to anyone who follows Major League Baseball that if you're a pitcher in the Orioles system, you're not going to make it until you leave.
No, it was really only the pitchers who played under Earl Weaver, right?
Yes. There's been a number of them. Jake Arrieta turned things around as soon as he left Baltimore. Kevin Gossman's doing great things now in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And Gossman was frustrating the Orioles for years.
No strike there. All right, so we got Nick Box up.
Yep.
Lefty matchup again.
I can't for the life of me remember who Scherzer went for in that trade anymore, though. It was somebody awful. By the way, Fox opened things up with a walk. That's a good start.
Yeah.
Talking about walks all the time. That's what burned Frost back last inning, and now his counterpart Robinson has committed the same sin here in the bottom of the fourth.
All right, so it's a one-run game. I wouldn't be surprised if you see McKay maybe put one down here.
For the bottom of the order, though.
True, but Coach might be trying to make something happen.
Yeah, I get it. I do. Nope. Instead, McKay will look at one that's
another ball
off the outside corner for ball one.
Looks like he's letting him hit away. Again, I mentioned McKay can hit the ball to right field. If you can sit on that curveball, drive he is square.
Nope, this time he does square to bunt, flops that one down. That's a pretty good one. Robinson throws on to first to still get him.
Nice bunt, sack bunt right there. Move the runner over. Now you don't have to worry about a guy getting picked off.
Nope. And that'll bring up Cooper Gavin, who struck out his first time but was able to reach first on the drop third strike. That was part of that goofy second inning. There's no other real word for it.
Really, I'm thinking that's the best word to describe that.
Yeah. 2 errors, drop third strikes. Whole lot of weirdness.
All kinds of stuff.
We weren't sure if McKay got hit by that pitch too or not.
Right. And I think everybody here knew it except for the home plate umpire.
Yeah.
Who had to ask for help on that.
Tyler.
Still using that curveball.
Yeah, gets that breaking ball in again for a strike.
Feels like the wind may have died down a little bit.
A little bit.
Not much, though. Looking over at Bob. Spent a lot of time worrying about the runners.
Hey, he has.
But again, if you scouted Beverly, you kind of have to. I mean, they will steal third base.
They will.
And now you're moving him over.
Yep, over first baseman.
You're gonna beat it.
Loses
he's gonna
it.
Be in there. All right.
First baseman dropped it as first, tried to recover and kind of threw himself off balance, and
running moves.
And Gavin reaches on the error. So the
Looked
goofiness
like
continues.
No, it looked like he was going to have a chance to still make the play, and then he kind of bobbled it again.
He kind of just lost his footing, actually, afterwards.
Yeah, right, yeah.
When he was trying to regain himself.
All right, so you got Visnick coming up here, first and third. You know, normally you like to take off, right? But,
yes.
He's probably going to try to hold him.
Probably.
Okay, Visnick squaring.
Visnick squaring a bunt. Robinson misses well offside the outside corner.
And again, Visnick, one of these guys, he can get that bunt down.
Yes. Seems to handle the
Good
bat pretty well.
He's a fundamental kind of player.
He seems to handle the bat pretty well.
Yeah.
All those foul balls that he hit on that 3-2 count in that Salem game.
Oh, pitch out.
And a pitch out, and it gets away from the catcher.
Oh,
He's
Buck's
running
coming in,
home,
and
and
he's
he
gonna score.
is safe.
Safe. He's in there. He stumbled a little bit getting there.
I know. I saw the stumble, and I thought he was going to be dead to rights.
All right,
But he
so
gets in.
They get the run in. And again, more and the goofiness ensues.
Yes. More goofiness has tied this ball game.
Right. So a pitch out that turns into a pass ball. Runner stumbles.
Listen,
is able to get in.
Danvers might need to burn some sage in their dugout or something right now.
I know.
Because there are some weird things going on today.
I know. Get some crystals or something in there. I don't know.
I don't know what
some weird mojo happening
Yeah.
right now. So we got
Whatever you believe in, crystals,
Right.
sage, holy water, I have no idea, but Danvers
Boo.
needs something.
Baseball gods are moving the pieces right now.
They really are. They're having a laugh at Danvers right now. 4-4 the score now as we're once again tied up, and once again the poor victim in this is Tyler Robinson, who by all accounts has pitched a very well. He's pitched real well today.
Yeah, this is not a purist delight, that's for sure.
And he gets another breaking ball in for a strike. To give you how funny this is, you do realize that Robinson has allowed 2 hits, and the Panthers have 4 runs.
Yeah. And a decent number of base runners, too.
Yes. Well, there's been about 4 errors. That's in for a strike.
So Beverly just scored on the lacrosse game. Don't know who scored, don't know what the score is.
Nope. Yeah, we have the back of the scoreboard here.
And we don't have a runner down there to go get scores for us.
Nope.
That's what it is. If you know anybody who needs an internship in sports broadcast, send them down there so we can get scores. The game's down there.
Robinson once again spending some time thinking about that runner over there at second. Fires and nearly hits Visnek, but he walks him. By the way, though, you could say this. Robinson does have himself to blame a bit here in this inning because that's his second walk.
Yeah, that's true. France is coming up. By the way, I want to give a shout-out to Matt Reardon, the lacrosse coach. He just took the job right before the season started.
Yes.
Trying to kind of rebuild that program.
This is Griffin Francis, who has one of the aforementioned only 2 hits. But it was a big one. It was a 2-out, 2-run single back in the second.
He may have missed a bunt signal.
Did he call it a strike?
Yeah. Good push one down first base. Whoop.
Oh, man, nearly hits
I thought
Griffin.
I
I thought I was going to get him, too.
thought I might have got the shirt, but just not.
Well, if he didn't say McKay was hit by a pitch, he ain't going to call a shirt
That's
one.
true. Yeah, good point. That breaking ball.
That is another breaking ball, and to the ump it broke around the plate.
Yeah.
2-1 now to Griffin. As I mentioned, the only one who's really gotten to Tyler with the bat itself. Robinson on another breaking ball, and now it's 3-1 on Francis.
3-1. It is counting.
I wonder if frustration is setting in a little bit here for Tyler.
Yeah. He's not showing it. Sometimes a pitcher will show it with his body language.
True.
He's not really showing it. Yeah, the runner's going.
And Griffin flies one over to second base.
No. They're going to double him off.
And they're going to double him up over there at second. I don't know. Well,
catcher's interference.
Oh, my.
He's got catcher's interference there.
Well, Danvers has still not burned any sage in their dugout because the madness continues.
Well, catcher's interference, that is it's a catcher's error.
Yes, you do.
I think it counts as a hit and an error. Yeah, I think it's a hit and an error. I'm not sure. All right, so we'll have to look that one up.
I'm going to score it as a hit and an error.
Well, we'll have to go to the rule book.
Because then you are punishing the hitter for something that's not the hitter's fault.
Right.
So I think it actually might be a hit and error. So Beverly gets its third hit with an asterisk next to it.
Okay, so the batter is awarded first base without liability to be put out, and base runners may advance. Catcher is charged with an error. However, the batter is not considered to have reached on an error and is not charged with a time at bat.
So it's not a single either, though.
It's not a single, but it's an error, but it's not a, you're not penalized. So
Yes.
I guess we just call that CI. The guy on base.
Someone's got to tell them. They got to do something in that dugout right now.
Yep. Oh, right now, whoever's doing the book is like, what do I do with this thing?
Actually, I don't even know what to
And
do,
that's
really.
what Google's for. Oh,
And Demers, line drive over to first. The first baseman makes the play, traces Griffin back to the bag. Griffin at least was able to get back. So, you know, Beverly actually hits the ball pretty solid there, and it's an out.
Nice piece right there.
But it's an out.
But it's an out, exactly. All right, Armbruster looking to make something happen here.
And Samuel's 0 for 2 today. Reached on the fielder's choice and stole a base.
Sam looking to take the lead here.
Yes, Sam with one swing of the bat could put the Panthers back out in front.
Nice stop there.
That is a nice stop.
I was just about to say, or
By
maybe a
Bertizo.
fast ball or something, but catcher making a nice stop on that one. Drop and block.
So bases loaded here. Tie ball game 4-4, and Armbruster, the man, at the plate, trying to break the tie.
Upstairs.
And Tyler misses upstairs, and it's 2-0 now on Sam.
Here's the ball Sammy's going to hit on. If I'm Sammy, I'm actually looking for a curveball.
You know, that's not a bad idea.
And if it's a fastball, then that's okay. Let it go.
Ooh, Tyler nabs the outside corner. 2-1.
Not Sammy's pitch. That's not a pitch to
No.
swing at.
Definitely not. Now you're looking for your pitch there. That painted the outside corner.
Okay,
Oh,
upstairs.
that one looked like it got away from Tyler, and it's 3-1 now.
2 outs. Runner's got nowhere to go, really.
Yeah. Big moment so far in this game. Tie ball game, bottom of the fourth, 3-1 count on Sam.
Ooh.
And he missed
Walks.
ball 4. That's the third walk of the inning for Robinson, and that will bring home the go-ahead run.
All right, so what do we say? Walks kill you, right?
Yes.
Walks with a walk.
Visnick with a walk, and now Armbruster with a walk. Armbruster gets an RBI for that.
Gavin will come in and score. All right, so here's a question. With the catcher's interference, is that an RBI? Generally, with an error because that wasn't a ball that should have been.
No. It's an unearned run, but the hitter always gets an RBI as long as it's his at bat.
Right, but it wasn't a ball that should have been played for an out.
Yes. Once again, I think
All right, so Rushton now looking to maybe move these runners along, clear the base.
I have to look at the book more closely, but I'm wondering if Robinson once again is not even allowed an earned run here in this inning either.
You may be right. We'll have to take a look between innings. Rushton.
And Rushton hits a
Fly
high
ball.
fly.
That ball's going to be trouble, and he's going to get
Nope, but the center fielder
Right.
runs in and runs it down to end the inning. But more goofiness. The madness
Another goofy
continues
inning, so we get
here.
2 runs that inning?
As 2 runs score, Robinson did walk 3, including the leadoff man Fox. But we had 2 errors in the inning. One of the errors, a catcher's interference.
All kinds of stuff.
All kinds of shenanigans going on here.
All right, so not.
At
so they
Frank
scored 2.
Forty Field, is that what it is?
Brother Roberts Field.
Brother Roberts Field.
Frank Forty Field is a football.
Yes, that's what we call the football field. Brother Roberts Field has some shenanigans going on.
Okay, so they scored 2 without a hit.
Did no hits this time.
So they've scored 5 runs on no hit, on 1 hit.
Yep.
Okay. Hey, whatever it takes. You know, sometimes you got to win ugly, and whoever wins this game is going to win ugly.
Yes.
Okay, we call games like this the Shemp Howard type of thing. All right, so Mark is asking, so we'll explain for people at home. So Francis was up. He swung the bat. He hit the catcher's glove, okay, which now becomes catcher's interference, which is an error on the catcher, and it's just a base for the batter. It doesn't count as an at-bat. So it's equivalent to like a walk. Yep. He hit the catcher's mitt, which moved Francis over, and he hit a fly ball on that. It should have ended the inning. But it doesn't, because the runners were moving. It would have been a double play if it wasn't for the catcher's interference. So Francis gets first base. For him, from a batting average standpoint, no harm, no foul. For a catcher's fielding percentage, that would go down. That would hurt his fielding percentage. All right, so we'll explain this one to Tommy Donovan now. Tommy, error on the catcher. But it doesn't go. It counts as no at bat for the batter. So that's what it is. So it's like sort of like a walk for the batter. You can't penalize the guy like that. Yep. That's right. So the best basketball movie, huh?
And that one fouled off as Cooper Gavin is back out for another inning of work.
Well, Hoosiers, without a doubt. And then the fish that saved Pittsburgh is also another entertaining one. But Hoosiers, it's pure basketball. It's great acting. It's everything you can want in a movie.
By the way, on the flip side, Danvers has 8 hits and is trailing.
8 hits and is trailing.
As Beverly has 2 hits.
Yeah, well, hey.
This is the cleanup man, Tyler Robinson, standing in.
It doesn't always end up the way you like. You know, the games where you don't get any hits or you barely hit and you win 1-0 and then, you know, you lose a 12-10 game or something like that.
Yeah, this does not happen often, though.
No, right. As I said, not a purist delight, but
No.
kind of entertaining. With
definitely
all the
funny.
that's happening. Yeah.
And, you know, let's be honest, we find it entertaining because it has been to the benefit of Beverly.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah. It's one of those things where every other inning you're like, okay, great. You know.
And Gavin
pitch,
blows a
oh,
high
by the
fastball right by Tyler Robinson for the first out of the inning. Second punch out for Cooper since he came on. Third punch out of the game so far for Panther pitching. And that will bring up now John Curran, who was 2 for 2 today. He singled and doubled back in the first. He also has an RBI. And a fastball by him.
So I think Gavin may have had an opportunity to warm up a little bit.
Definitely.
So now he's kind of in the groove a little.
And Curran off the
can't get to
hands,
it.
back up the middle, though, as it goes out through and by the outstretched glove of Armbruster.
Just missed that.
Then Curran has his 3rd hit of the day. 9 hits for the Falcons. And now Tyler O'Neill, who's 0 for 2 today, struck out and flied out. And Cooper misses outside there.
So, in other sports, what are we thinking about this Julio Jones stuff? That one's going to skip away foul.
I haven't actually seen.
Well, they're talking
What's going
about
on with Julio Jones?
There's a good chance he may end up getting traded.
I mean, I think it makes...
And one of the destinations everybody seems to think is the Patriots.
That's out of character for Bill. I don't think so.
You know, I don't know. I mean, remember, he did the Randy Moss thing. I mean,
He
wasn't
did.
that expensive, but he'll go after a guy. I mean, remember, they got a lot of money to play with.
They do. And that one fouled straight back again. They had a bunch of picks, but they kind of used all of them in the last draft, though.
Well, you saw it. I mean, yesterday, Shannon Sharp on his show with Skip Bayless called Julio Jones live on air. And
Really?
Jones said, I'm out of here, pretty much.
Wow.
Oh, nice move. Oh, almost got it.
Almost. Jeez.
Yeah, now...
I don't know how I missed that one.
Now, one of the problems with that phone call is if it was a real, hey, I'm just going to call on the fly, he may have actually violated California law of recording someone without them knowing.
And that's one. Armbruster
can't get
slides, tries to knock it down to make a play, but he has no play to be made, and that's going to be another single, I believe. I'm going to score a single at least. Are you not?
No, I'll go with you on that. Could have had it, but tough.
He could have, but he had to range all the way over. It's a tough play. Lost his footing a bit.
Don't know if he would have been able to get a guy out anyway.
Exactly. So back-to-back hits after the punch out of Robinson, and that brings up Zach Hamill. Hamill walked back in the fourth to open up all that scoring in the fourth inning for Danvers that tied the ball game back up.
All right, so this time we get a little bit of wackiness on the other side.
Although, actually, that's funny. I say all that scoring, but now that I remember, they only scored one time in that inning, despite the fact that they had the bases loaded.
Yeah, but they've had a lot of base runners, that's for sure.
And by the way, if Beverly does win this game, you got to remember that.
Yeah. Nice pitch.
And Cooper, fastball by him.
All right, so with Beverly taking the lead last inning, that closes the books on Frost.
Yes, it does. I have his line right here, actually. Frost went 3 innings, 1 strikeout, 1 walk, 8 hits, and 4 runs allowed, all earned. Gavin with back-to-back pitches, both missing, but not missing by a ton.
Again, the umpire likes the outside strike. Not so big on the inside. Your outside strike.
There it is. As Gavin paints the outside corner there. That is so funny, though. I really can't believe I missed that. He called Julio Jones live on it.
Yeah, he called him live on the air. Supposedly, it may have been a 7.
It probably was, but still.
Oh, they got him. They got him. Oh, good
nope.
throw.
Demers was not over there, though, and the throw was high, so.
Almost had him. He had him leaning the other way.
Yeah.
So it was a little high. I don't think Cooper was actually looking to pick the guy up. I think he was just trying to keep him on it.
I think he was, too.
Because Demers wasn't really going over. Ooh, walked it.
And Gavin misses low end outside for ball 4, and now the bases are loaded.
All right, so Hills had a hit last inning.
No, he didn't have it. Oh, Hill did, yes.
Hill did. All right, so
this is Nolan
Hills coming out, talk to him. Bases loaded, 1 out.
Yeah, Nolan Hills, who singled back in the 4th. Hamill walks again, his 2nd straight time. And now Gavin, once again, is going to have to pitch with the bases loaded. And this time of his own design completely.
All right, so as I'm looking, it's late in the 4th in the cross. All tied at 8-8.
Wow.
We got ourselves a game over there, too.
I thought Danvers was really good at lacrosse, too.
I don't know. I haven't really been following Danvers lacrosse. Not one of the things that I do.
I don't follow it closely either because I don't know lacrosse at all. But I thought they had a reputation for being good. I might be completely wrong. So Nolan Hill standing in with his team down 1. The bases are loaded with only 1 out.
Oh,
and Hill drives one into the left center field gap. That's going to get down and roll. That might clean the bases up completely. They're going to hold him at third, though.
So they tie it up. Francis got to it, got the throw in to keep the guy scoring from first. Hills with a 2-bagger.
So back and forth we go here as Danvers retakes the lead on a 2-run double from the number 8 hitter, Nolan Hills. You wouldn't know it from the way he swung the bat so far today, though. That's his second hit.
Okay, they're going to appeal.
Yeah, they are going to appeal.
On a missing third base. Safe.
And
probably because he wasn't paying attention. Well, it's a tough one because you got to make sure you get the guy scoring.
My goodness, if they had called him out.
That would have just added to today's game.
I know. It would have been so fun.
All right, so the infield is in. Hills put a charge into that ball.
He really did.
Your outfielders had no chance of getting to that.
No, absolutely not. That was not a cheapie by any means. Nolan Hills completely stung that ball right into that left center field gap.
Just as the wind kind of slowed down quite a bit. The wind hasn't been as bad as it was earlier.
And speaking of doubles, the number 9 man here, Caleb White, but he doubled his last time up as well, and that drove in Hamill back in the 4th.
Timeout there. Cooper could use a timeout. A strikeout, excuse me.
A strikeout, yeah.
A timeout. Put him in timeout.
He has 2 of them already. Second and third, Danvers back in front now 6-5, and Cooper Gavin throws in a little breaking ball for a strike. His is more of a slider.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see, speaking of pitchers throwing curveballs, it'll be interesting to see if Robinson comes back out for this inning. He's thrown quite a few.
Yes, he has. There's a couple of guys on that list.
Inside. Oh, they got him.
Yeah. And Gavin spins off a breaking ball. That one looked a little bit slower, actually, than the other ones he's thrown. And freezes Caleb White for a big punch-out.
He's got inside. I'm surprised he saw that. Again, the late call. He probably said strike to the kid, but then he had to do his little motion. So everybody's kind of waiting on it. The batter knew it was a strike. Everybody else was kind of waiting to see what it was.
Gavin, his 3rd strikeout since coming on back in the 4th. And a big one, though.
Another breaking ball.
And he throws that little slider again as he pours it into the leadoff man, Stephen Reardon. Reardon is 1 for 2 today and walked back in the 4th. He walked to load the bases against Gavin before Gavin was able to get Bradigo.
Foul ball.
And Steve fouls that one straight back, and Gavin has a 0-2 now.
All right, so this is where Cooper is going to throw his best pitch right now. It's a mano y mano, as they say right here, right?
Well, they got Caleb White frozen and looking at a front door slider. Let's see if he goes back to that slider here to Reardon. He did, and Reardon hit it on the ground over to Visnick. Visnick has it, throws across.
Fox getting down for it, though.
A high throw, but Fox brings it down, comes back on the bag, and that will end the inning. So Gavin gets out of it with no further damage, but Nolan Hill stings him with a 2-run double to put his Falcons back out in front, 6-5.
All right, so now they got to put some more runners on base. Yeah. All right, so the umpire looking for help. The coach, the coach looking for help here. Okay. And the umpire reaffirms the out.
So the out call holds up, and now the Panthers will get a chance to bat once again and find themselves trailing by 1 again.
All right, so if you're watching at home on YouTube, rewind that, see what happens, and see if you happen to have my phone number, text me and tell us whether he was actually out or not.
Yes.
Cameraman Mark thinking he was safe.
I thought he was out. I thought he was out.
I thought Fox got his foot down quickly. Okay, so Tommy tells us the over-under is 12.5. And so what do we got, 6-5?
Yeah.
Okay, well, game's going to have to go over.
I'll take the over on that, Tom.
So game's going to have to go over for Beverly to win.
Bottom of the 5th, yeah, but it's been weird, Tom. And usually you say, all right, Panthers, you got to string some hits together, but they haven't needed to string hits together to score so far.
Get on base, whatever. Okay, so Robinson's coming out, but we're seeing a little bullpen action there.
Yep. So Robinson back out to pitch, but as you said, there is somebody warming in the Danvers pen now. And so far, for the most part, Tyler has been good, despite all those runs you see, mostly not his fault, though he did have a large role to play in the last one, even though all the runs are unearned still, because he did walk 3 men in the inning. including the first man he faced in the inning, which was Fox. And he'll face Casey Bellew to start the inning. It'll be Bellew, Fox, and McKay.
All right, so it looks like Beverly just won that game.
So Beverly beats Danvers over there at lacrosse. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it looks that way.
Or, yeah, it is Danvers, yeah.
Fourth lead change of the game so far.
Yes. So Casey Bellew standing in now. He's 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts.
So that game, that lacrosse game was in overtime.
Ah.
Went into overtime, and Beverly ends up picking up the win.
Do you have that on Game Changer as well?
No, I'm just following
Twitter?
friends at the San Amazing.
Oh, okay.
Phil Stacy was over there tweeting about the game.
Phil Stacy should come over here sometime.
Well, Matt Williams is the baseball guy
Still.
for the Times.
Yeah, but is he at this game, though?
Yeah, he's right over there.
Oh, he is? Okay.
He's standing right next to Ann Gavin.
I don't know if he ever watches any of these. He probably doesn't. But Matt, you should come over here sometime.
Probably doesn't. He's on top of things, though. You know, if we're not sure what happened, we can always check his Twitter account.
Yeah.
All right, so there we go. Casey Bellew up.
Yep. Casey Bellew, the man standing in to face Robinson with the Panthers trailing once again by 1. And Tyler misfires there.
I have to imagine if Bellew gets on base, he might go to the bullpen.
I would think so.
Another lefty in the bullpen.
And Tyler misses again outside. And by the way, that is number 15, Joe. I know.
Joey Z. Joe's the Met.
Joey Z.
Joey Z.
Zamjis? I don't know. And reaches out, hits one over to second. Took a little bit of a funny hop, but the second baseman had to reach back across his body, but he was able to make the play.
That ball had a little English on it.
It did. And Bellew is retired for the 3rd time today. And now Fox standing in.
Okay, so game's not over. Looks like they went into overtime. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Fox popped out to the first baseman his first time and then walked back in the 4th, which started that whole rally. Okay. And Robinson missing outside, ball 1. And Fox goes the other way down the line and foul.
So we've had a lot of peculiar things happen today. We had catcher's interference. We've had runs scoring on pass balls, balls skipping past guys, all kinds of stuff. The only thing missing, and I know Tommy Donovan would appreciate this, is Morgana the Kissing Bandit. I'm sure he would have appreciated seeing that. I'll tell you later, Tom. I'll tell you later.
And a breaking ball had Fox way out in front, but it's going to be a tough play. Flips to first, but they got him. Second baseman has had a back-to-back kind of tough plays for him, but he makes them both. 4-3 on the putout. Robinson has retired the first 2 men here in this inning and now faces McKay, who was hit by a pitch in the 2nd and then sacrificed back in the 4th. And Griffin swung on and fouls it off.
They seem to have calmed down a little.
They have. I wonder if Danvers has fixed whatever was going on in their dugout.
Yeah, they burned the sage like you told me.
Yeah, they must have. And Robinson missing that time.
All right, so that breaking ball is not doing what it was earlier in the game.
No, I think that's fatigue a little bit.
Yeah.
not finishing off on the breaking ball there.
Yeah, I'm going to guess.
Arm dragging behind a little bit.
Yeah, this might be his last batter.
I think so it is.
That
And
ball's gonna
McKay
get
puts a
down.
charge
No,
into
ball
that
just
one,
hung
but the
up
center
there.
fielder...
Can't get to it.
No, the center fielder overran it. It goes over his head
The
to
wind
the
just
wall.
kept it.
McKay over to
McKay gonna get
third.
himself a triple. Ooh. Oh, no, get back, Griff. Whoa.
Wide turn, the throw behind him, but McKay is back in safely. And it's a 2-out triple for Griffin McKay.
So that was the wind. Oh, looks like Danvers just scored. All right, so it looked like the center fielder was going to get to it, but there, again, we talked about the wind's going to be a little wacky out there.
Yeah.
And that ball just kind of it looked like he was going to get right under it, but the ball just kind of carried it over his head and passed him.
I would call it weird, but you're right. That actually was the least weird thing today.
Right.
Because we knew that something was going to happen all day, and that ball just took off on him.
That ball's out of play. And there's Matt Williams right over there.
Yep, and Cooper Gavin, the man standing in now back in the second, struck out, but was able to reach first on the drop third strike and reached on an error in the fourth.
All right, so those of you who we made the call at Beverly at one, they did not. It actually looks like Danvers missed.
Okay.
In the volleyball.
See, Rich, this is why we don't do lacrosse.
Right, exactly. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, this is not our job. It's just not our job. We're trying to do extra for you guys there at home.
We're trying to bring you a little bit extra sports, get all kinds of stuff going on here. It looks like the JV game's over already. As you can see the Danvers JVs standing over in left field.
And that one fouled off as well, so now 2 strikes here on Gavin. Big AB here, Tyler Robinson, trying to get out of this inning with his team still ahead by 1. Gavin has the man at third with 2 outs, trying to tie this ball game. 2 strikes on him. Breaking ball well outside, though.
Now, earlier in the game, like we said, that ball is biting the corner. That ball's getting in for a strike.
Yeah, but Robinson is just not finishing through there on that breaking ball like he was earlier.
Okay, so I thought that would have been his last batter, but
yeah,
he's keeping him out there. He's going to use the whole complement of pitches.
Well, he has 2 people listed on his roster. There's no pitch.
Right, but it was Demetrius warming up in there, so he's ready to go.
Yes, he is. And Cooper once again on another foul.
Working that pitch count.
He is.
The guy in third, you also got to be careful of a pass ball, too.
Yep. And Gavin right back to the pitcher. Robinson has it, throws to first. Oh my goodness! And the first baseman drops it, and the tying run scores.
All right, so now they're going to say he may have started the turn, but they'll probably try to appeal that. That'll be nothing. Okay, so that's an error on the first baseman.
An error.
High, but he's going to make that play.
An error on the first baseman as it just goes in and out of his glove.
Okay, so that's...
and the Panthers, once again, are gifted the tie game again. So we're knotted up at 6.
And they're leaving Robinson in there. So that's Gavin's second time on base on an...
Because he came into this game bases loaded, nobody out. Got a punch out and then the double play. Well, actually, no, it was second and third, nobody out. Then he walked the guy to load the bases. Yeah. But still. Second and third, nobody out.
Right. The walk didn't score.
Yeah.
But that ball, those guys would have scored.
They haven't picked off.
He's in there.
But he's going to be in there.
Safe, got in there.
Gavin gets in there anyway, and now...
Well, he was going right away. He was going on the pitch, so he actually got a really good jump right there.
Yeah. Tommy, coach is taking off, as he tells us there's a shish kebab on the grill for with his name on it, so he can't hang around.
Yeah. Tommy, you can watch the game on YouTube.
Yeah. And that ball is slapped in the right field. Right fielder's still going back. Back it over his head.
Okay,
Pops over the wall, and the Panthers
run does score.
take the lead. So at least both hits in this inning, by the way, the Panthers have put a charge into the ball.
Another unearned run.
It will be another unearned run, but it's the second extra base hit of the inning as Ian Visnick continuing to swing a good bat. And
that'll finish his job on the mound.
Yep.
Robinson. I got to tell you, this kid,
I'm going to be honest.
Actually pitched well.
I'm about to be honest. I'm not even going to bother trying to close a line on Robinson.
No, not at all. But, Robinson pitched a lot better than what you're going to see in the scorebook.
Yes.
Right? I mean, I don't think he had an earned run.
No, he didn't.
Not a lot of help from his defense there.
Max, he has one earned run.
4 errors in all those innings that they scored runs.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5. Oh, right.
Because the catcher's interference.
Right, catcher's interference.
5 errors in that inning. And this is, we'll call him Joey Z.
Joey Z.
Joey Z.
Zemechis.
That's actually a pretty good bet. That's actually a pretty good guess.
Yeah, it looks like Zemechis.
We'll give it a shot.
As long as we're reading the handwriting.
We're going to give it a shot. We're going to say Joe Zemechis, the man on now out of the bullpen for the Falcons. And once again, Danvers finds themselves trailing in this game, and you got to just lift your arms up as a Danvers, man on the bench or fan, and just wonder yourself just how that is possible. But the Panthers have at least stung the ball in this inning because they have 2 extra base hits. The 2-out triple by McKay, and then Visnick on that ball that was over the right fielder's head the whole way, sending him straight back, bounced over the wall for the ground rule double that drove in McKay.
Yeah, and I'll say against Robinson, Visnick's ball was probably the best hit ball of the day.
Yes.
Clean line drive, and it would have been a triple if the ball had stayed in the park.
Yes.
But it took a big hop off the grass over the fence in right field.
So now Zemechis into the game, and he will contend with the top of the Panther order. This is Griffin Francis standing in. Francis, fly ball in the left field, left fielder over, and makes the play. F7 as Francis flies out to end the inning, but the Panthers retake the lead and help. Then, and they got some help again from the Danvers defense as Robinson was on the verge of getting out of the inning. And when I say on the verge, I literally mean that ball was in the first baseman's glove and popped right out of the glove.
Yeah, so, again, not a game for the purist. Not a game for the purist, but entertaining nonetheless.
Yeah. Panthers do have 2 hits in the inning, though. The 2-out triple by McKay, and then the RBI double by Visnick after that.
Yeah, this game's sort of like an early Adam Sandler film. Right? Entertaining, kind of ridiculous.
Yes.
But entertaining nonetheless.
And Gavin is back out there, it looks, for his 3rd inning of work, as he came on with nobody out and had to record all 3 outs in his first inning.
Yeah, so...
and he will get Bradego, Trohan, and Robinson.
So we got top 6. What is it, 7 to 6?
Yes. 7 to 6, the score. That was the final in which Beverly beat Salem in our last game. And by the way, Tommy, you gave me an over-under of 12, and I took the over. Well, you said 12 and a half, and I took the over. So I'm right.
Well, I mean, it was 11 when you took it. So it's a pretty good bet right there. So we'll be.
You know what? I'm going to defend him on that because the Panthers only had 2 hits.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
And he was just thinking the shenanigans was going to end, but Danvers has not burned the sage. So, so the shenanigans did not end.
They didn't burn it well enough. They didn't smudge it well enough. And that ball fouled off, and he's got 2 strikes on him. Brigio
Brigio.
with a sack, a double, and a K. He struck out looking
And a breaking ball that just skips on back to the backstop as Gavin probably held on to that one a little bit too long.
I gotta tell you, Dom,
Speaking of holding on to things too long, I still have this baseball.
Huh?
From, was this the first or second inning? I don't know.
Second inning.
Second inning? Okay.
I gotta tell you, the pollen's been crazy.
It really has. It was killing me last broadcast we did. I was dying.
Oh.
And I've never had allergies before.
No, you know what it is? I don't think it's a matter of allergy. I just think the heavy pollen just gets in your throat. As I'm coughing off to the side.
Oh, he swung.
Got him.
And yeah, they're going to say he went around. Second time Adams been retired on strikes. That is the fourth punch out for Gavin. Second time that he's the one to get Adam on strikes as well. And now Trohan stepping in. Trohan 2 for 3 today with 2 RBIs. RBI single in the first and third. He was the one who also lined into the double play back in the fourth.
That's a good pitch right there. That's a tough pitch to hit.
Yes.
And now that he's giving that inside strike, we kind of want to live on that. Breaking ball.
Another breaking ball, a little bit slower. It really does look like Cooper throws 2 breaking balls.
I think he does, actually.
A curveball and a slider.
Yeah. Slider outside would be a good pitch right here.
It would be. As he's got 2 strikes here on Trohan.
High fastball would be good too.
Looks like they're setting up inside. Fastball and probably got way too much of the plate. Takes one hop, goes out into the street, and will take a roll and hit somebody's house.
Got a lot of people. You got some young legs over there that could go get it. Ryder Frost over there.
Oh yeah, actually,
hustling to go get that ball.
I'll give Ryder a job though.
Instead, he makes and Gavin go get the ball.
Nope. Looks like Ryder. I was going to ask Ryder to throw this one back for me, but I don't think he's about it.
I got to tell her where it is.
No, the one in my hand.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Since the second inning. Oh, and Gavin sends Trohan leaning backwards.
That's to help and Gavin get that baseball. All right. So hopefully she'll be able to get back in time to see Cooper get this guy out. Breaking ball in the dirt. Good stop there by Rush. Take a full count here?
Yep, full count. The 3-2 to Trohan. Swung on, high fly ball.
Francis called for it.
Francis calls for it, ranging over in the right center field, makes the catch, and there's 2 gone.
Looked like Bellew could have got to that too, but that's good communication. Sometimes you'll see those guys run into each other on that.
Yeah, but that is the center fielder's ball, and Griffin called for it and made the catch.
Yep. If you're going to call for it, you better catch it, right?
Yes. And now Robinson standing in, who was 0 for 3 today. He lined into a double play himself also. That was back to first unassisted. And first pitch to Demers. Demers has it. Throws to first. And Gavin has himself an easy 1-2-3 inning. So finally, the long shenanigan-filled innings come to a rest. Not that there's been a ton for Danvers offensively, but they've had plenty of long innings themselves with hits and other things. But Gavin sets them down 1-2-3 in the 6th, and on to the bottom of the 6th. Panthers in front, 7-6.
All right, so what do we got? We got Demers leading off here.
Yep, it'll be 2, 3, and 4 to face Zemeckis.
Yeah, Beverly's going to want to put at least one, preferably a crooked number across the plate here. And, while we're at it, eventually you'll see coming into camera view the athletic director, Dan Keefe.
Mm-hmm.
Dan must love this time of year when you got about 4 different games going on at the same time. You probably have tennis on the other side of the school going on. You get lacrosse going on. You get baseball game. You got JV lacrosse now coming in after the varsity.
Definitely gets his exercise in, yeah.
He's getting his work in, that's for sure. He's earning his pay. There he is, as you can see him walk by. And again, these administrators, the principals, the ADs, all these folks, doing an awful lot of work during the year during the COVID. They should probably get a bonus of some sort from the city for all the extra work that they did. Might as well give the teachers a bonus while they're at it. Nothing wrong with giving a bonus, a COVID bonus.
This isn't your city that you teach in.
That's okay. That's okay. Maybe they'll get the bonus, and then we can go back to my city and say, hey, how about a bonus?
I want to give a specific shout out to the AD too for so long ago now, but I've even gone back and watched that game with all the cancellations going on with COVID to go get Lowell Catholic on that schedule to end the basketball season. That was such a treat, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was a really good basketball game. Really good game. And also want to point out Todd Rushton, again, doing a really great job with the field.
Yeah.
Todd does a fantastic job. Todd and all the guys that work with him do a really good job.
Oh, Demers chases a high fastball and goes down swinging for a strikeout. First time he struck out today. He came into the bat 1 for 3. Well, no, he is 1 for 3.
Let's see if Armbrust can get himself on base here.
Yep, Armbruster standing in now, and he is 0 for 2 today. He walked back in the 4th, but the base is loaded. Gets an RBI for that as well. And Joe misses ball 1 to Sam. So, by the way, for anyone, if they are... Ooh! Sam swung on. That one foul down the line. Gives chase, but it's backing out of play. If anyone is watching on Channel 22, it's 6:12 right now. At 6:30, you will lose that feed because there's something else programmed, and you will have to go to YouTube, BevCam Sports Network, if you want to watch the end of this one, if it's still going on by 6:30. But just to be aware for anyone on Channel 22, if you are on it, at 6:30, your feed will go out, and you'll have to switch over to YouTube.
Well, we only have 1 inning after this, but you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's only a 1-run game.
It's only a 1-run game, and who knows, it could be a meteor strike or something the way this game has been going on, the wackiness.
Yes, that's true. Though it all has happened to the chagrin of Danvers so far, not to help them, so I don't think that trend will continue. Yeah. Unless the baseball gods are behind this and hard ground ball over to first. Knocks it down and forgets the ball behind him.
Okay.
Hey, he tried to run the first base without the ball.
So, hard hit ball, took it off the chest. Can't finish the play. How you scoring?
I am scoring it as an error, though. It's right at him.
Not so much on the taking the ball off the chest, it's on the getting back to the bag with it.
Yes. If it hit off the chest and then bounced so far away that he couldn't get it, then it's a hit. But
he still had an opportunity to do
but he did.
All right, so you got another lefty pitcher here. Armbruster, I'm sure Cahill would love to send him right now. We haven't seen this guy's
move yet, no. This is Brian Rushton who is standing in, and Rushton has swung a bat, very hot bat so far, but he's actually 0 for 3 today now. Reached on an error back in the 2nd, struck out in the 3rd, and flied out to center field in the 4th. There he goes.
Good jump.
Good jump. The throw down is nowhere near where it needed to be, and Sam has his 2nd steal of the game.
Yeah, you got to hold the runner on that play.
Well, I don't know if Joe has started at all or not. If maybe he's only a reliever and he's not used to that.
Yeah, maybe not. But I think you have to at least just throw over. Keep in mind, something catch you up.
Ooh. Rushton started the swing, but it might have been a called strike anyway.
I'd be surprised to see Sammy going again.
I would be too.
He doesn't have much of a lead, but it's a good thing he did, because that would have been a pitch to throw right down.
It would have. Zemeckis misses outside with that one to Rushton.
Left-handed hitter, you kind of leave it, makes it easy for a catcher. So
It does. You almost never try and take third with a left-handed hitter.
All right,
And
so
ball 4, so he walks Rushton. So now the Panthers have something cooking here, trying to extend their lead out further, as now there's 2 on with only 1 out. And it'll be Casey Bellew standing in.
All right, so let's see if Casey can replicate what he did in the last game. Driving one deep to the right center gap.
Yeah. Casey so far 0 for 3 today. He's punched out twice and grounded out to the second baseman. And that one in for a strike. As Zemeckis gets ahead of Casey here.
Really not holding the runners much.
No, he really isn't.
Shortstop's not really doing a whole lot over there. 2-0 count, right?
No, we got ahead of him.
2-1, right?
2-1. The 2-1 to Bellew.
Ball had some movement on it.
It did. It's the inner half there, and now the count evens up at 2-2.
We've got Fox coming up on deck.
And breaking ball in there, strike 3, got him looking. Second punch out of the inning for Zemeckis, and now that's going to bring up Fox.
Okay, so that gives Zemeckis a chance to breathe a little easier now down in second base.
Yep.
To really focus in on the batter.
And he gets another lefty-lefty matchup.
Yep.
Nick Fox 0 for 2 today, but he walked and scored back in the 4th. He was the man who got that rally started with his walk. Zemeckis bluffs over to second, but there was no one there covering. And Zemeckis started the windup there, but time was called.
Just went to his mouth there, didn't he?
Did he?
Looks like he lifted it. Which would be a block.
And that one misses outside.
Okay, we just had that time.
Okay.
Coming over to second base. Ball upstairs.
And that one misses high from Joe.
Nobody in the bullpen, so they're going to ride this guy.
Yep, this is Joe's inning and Joe's mess to get out of. 2 on, but there are 2 outs. Beverly nursing just a 1-run lead. And that one into a strike for Fox. Trying to widen that lead out a little bit further here in the bottom of the 6th. It's been an odd game for anyone who hasn't been watching the whole way through. Just so you know, it's hard to even begin to describe this one.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so cameraman Mark not liking that call.
He did not.
We got for count 2-2.
And Nick
Lighting that one up.
reaches out and fouls it off back towards the track.
And that ball's going into the tall grass. You're not going to want to go get that one now.
Nope, not if you want to come out without Lyme disease.
Yeah, exactly.
That patch is outside of Todd Rushton's jurisdiction.
A ball in the dirt is going to run down, and they're going to get him up.
Get him. So strike 3 and drop third strike, but this time he's not able to score. It would have been funny if we would have had 2 of those.
Yeah.
Zemeckis actually strikes out. Has 3
Ks in the inning.
has 3 punch-outs in the inning. Panthers leave 2 men on and cannot widen their margin anymore, but on to the top of the 7th, Panthers up 7-6.
All right, so we got top 7 here. Cooper Gavin on the mound. Let your defense do their job. First strike.
So last chance for Danvers here, trailing by 1, and they will get And they will have 5, 6, and 7, John Curran, Tyler O'Neill, and Zach Hamill.
All right, Curran's been their hitter.
He has.
So hopefully Cooper can shut him down this time.
As Curran is 3 for 3 today with an RBI. He had the RBI double back in the first. By all accounts, Danvers has swung the bats far better than the Panthers today, but find themselves trailing by 1. But I'll tell you, if we get past the number 7 hitters, the bottom of the lineup for Danvers, don't tell them that they're the bottom of the lineup because they've hit the ball well today. They got 3 hits, including 2 doubles and 3 RBIs from the 8 and 9 spots.
Yeah, they, it's Danvers baseball, so, they're talented up and down the line.
Yeah.
These kids have all played a lot of baseball in their days, so they know what it's like to play in close games. I mean, very few people should be feeling pressure of this just because they've been in these situations.
So Cooper Gavin on for his 4th inning of work here out of the pen, trying to close the door on a Panther victory. But he would get the win, not the save.
It's kind of a half swing right there.
Yeah,
I think it was
he
sort of,
started and he wanted to stop.
Yeah. I think he was looking for something. It wasn't what he was looking for.
This is John Curran, who, as we mentioned, 3 for 3 today, including an RBI double. And
Inside
Gavin
strike.
gets ahead of him 0-2, and a beautiful start to the inning so far.
Call that a strike. Yes, he did.
So the 0-2 now to Curran.
Going with the fastball.
And a
nice
fastball
pitch.
blows it by him, and Gavin
I don't know.
sets down the first man here in the top of the 7th on 3 pitches.
I don't know who called that pitch, but that was a beautiful call.
Curran set down for the first time today, and now Tyler O'Neill stepping in. O'Neill 0 for 1, but he's walked twice.
I know he had a hit his last at bat.
Oh, yeah, I was looking at the wrong one. Yep, 1 for 3. Struck out and singled his last time up. And a wave and a miss again at a high fastball. Might have been out of the zone.
Yep, cheese, though. It's a tough one. It's a tough one to lay off, though.
It is.
Just looks so good coming out of
I
the
used to swing at that all the time back in Little League. And another one.
Yep, that's straight.
Another high fastball that he swung at. So Gavin,
I gotta tell
5
you,
pitches
I
so
don't-
far, 5 strikes.
I don't know if you mess around there.
I don't think you do either. I go right back to the fastball.
Set up outside.
The wind is blowing straight out now, by the way.
Problem. Yeah, the wind has changed direction. The wind's blowing out now.
So that one fouled off. 6 pitches, 6 strikes so far from Gavin, trying to set this man
Breaking
down as
ball,
well.
got him.
And he got him on a breaking ball in the dirt. Rushton
Outside,
has it.
Get the out. Nice play. Good job by Rushton blocking that.
Yep. Rushton with a nice block. Lob throws it over to first, and Gavin.
That's a nasty pitch.
It really is. 6 pitches. Well, actually 7 pitches. 2 punch-outs.
No chance at the immaculate inning.
Nope, no chance of the immaculate, unfortunately. So strikeout 2 to 3 on the putout. And the last chance now is Zach Hamill. 0 for 1, but with 2 walks and a run scored. Gavin pours that one pretty much right down the middle, and Hamill just fouls it straight back.
All right, so it looks like Cooper's playing the closer role right now, throwing the heat.
Yes.
And mixing it up a little bit, but throwing hard.
And as you get lower and lower in the order, I like that even more and more. Though they've swung the bats well.
Breaking ball in for a strike.
And a slider in for a
It up
strike.
right there. That's a nice pitch right there.
And so far, Gavin has yet to throw anything but a strike so far in this inning.
Now he's putting the pressure on the batter here. Now he saw a fastball and a breaking ball.
Yep, 9 pitches, 9 strikes. Gavin.
Breaking ball.
Breaking
inside.
ball.
Doesn't get it.
Try to go
Doesn't
front
get it.
door, but just didn't quite
Not a
get
bad
there.
pitch right there.
No, not at all. Just did not quite get there. 1-2. 7-6, trying to put this one
Breaking
away.
ball.
Breaking ball in the
Got him.
dirt. Got him swinging, and that is the ball game.
Nice 1-2-3 inning to finish the game. Nice job by Cooper Gavin coming in. Coming in, pitching, what, 3 innings?
4 innings.
Four innings. Coming in, throwing four innings, getting the job done.
Yeah, it was a beautiful job by Cooper Gavin, and the Panthers pick up their 3rd straight win. They win it 7-6, and they do that despite getting out-hit by Danvers. I have it as they got out-hit by Danvers 11-4.
Okay, well, hey, you know what? You get the hits when they matter.
Yes.
And you do the job, be aggressive on the bases, take advantage of some loopiness out there, and you get yourself a win.
It'll be too long and hard to close this line on Gavin, but I tell you, he did a beautiful, beautiful job out of the pen, and he had the strikeout pitch working at least because he punched out.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you,
7 punch-outs and 4 innings of work for Gavin out of the bullpen.
Nice job by Cooper there. I'll tell you can't always win them pretty. They're not always going to be pretty.
No.
You'd rather win ugly than lose pretty.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? So they get the job done. Cooper Gavin coming in doing a really nice job. A lot of guys scoring runs for Beverly. Not a lot of guys actually driving runs in.
No. Let's give a quick recap of the Wackies. Not in order of what happened, but we saw 5 errors, a drop 3rd strike when a man reached, a catcher's interference, a hit by a pitch that people didn't even know was a hit by a pitch all the way at first.
A walk, a run scored on a walk.
A run scored on a walk. Oh, and when Tyler Robinson was on the verge of getting out of the inning with his team still in front, the ball dropped at the last second by the first baseman on the routine throw back to first.
Yeah. So that's a game that if you're the coach of Danvers, you got to say, guys, we got to do better than that.
Yes.
We got to be better. We got to be a little cleaner out there. They did a nice job hitting the ball, but fielding the ball was really tough.
Yes, it was. So anyway, the final score here, Panthers take this one 7-6 over Danvers, increase that winning streak to 3 straight, and we will be back on Friday when the Panthers take on Masconomet. For Dominic Lorenzano and Rich Francis bringing you this one today, and have a good rest of your day, everybody. See ya.